Welcome back everyone to my Give Me God of War difficulty walkthrough, and in this video I think there's only around 4 to 5 fights, so it's not going to be too much. This video is pretty easy on the fights, and yeah, we are going to go on to the first fight.
This is Asgard. Hold on, I'm coming.
Okay, so starting a bit early here, so I'm going to be honest with you. This early part, when you first get into Asgard, is probably the hardest fights throughout the entirety of this video. These are probably the hardest fights right here. So you're not going to have too much challenges throughout this entire video and throughout the next couple of videos. So for this first one, it's just one or two ranged enemies, and then there will be a couple more enemies that will come at you after a little bit. So your best bet is to try to keep the first three on the right side isolated in front of you. And if you are able to do that properly, you should be able to kill one of them on the right side, and there will be two left. One will be ranged, the other one will be a normal enemy that will try to attack you in close range. The long range enemy should try to hit you over the mountain or over the little rock wall, which will allow you to isolate that enemy into just a 1v1, and you could just leave the ranged enemy alone. And then you're going to have more enemies spawning behind you, so as long as you leave that ranged enemy there, you don't really have to worry too much about him. There is a chance that he can sometimes hit over the rock, but it's pretty easy to dodge when you see it, and it actually gives you a lot of time to dodge it because of how far away he is. And that is honestly it for this fight. As long as you keep that guy away from you, and he stays there for a little bit like he did from my side, this is a pretty easy fight. So you don't have to worry about any of the ranged enemies. If you do that, you'll have to worry about one of them, but one of them has to push you, and as long as you kill the one that pushes you, obviously, because it's running straight at you, you basically make this a pretty easy fight, and it's just all close range. So that's it for this fight, and I'm pretty sure there's another one in this area when you go a little bit ahead, so we're going to find out, and we are going to move on to the next fight.
It's beautiful here. Not a sign of Fimbulwinter. You could have led me around those.
Okay, so as I expected, yes, there is. But I think this is actually the only enemy. Oh no, it looks like there is two. Okay, so there is two enemies here, and they're both range enemies. You can just kill that guy with the heavy attack, which is 4 R1s and 3 R2s, I'm pretty sure. And you're gonna see me do it here again. It's a very good move, which is why you saw me bought it as early as I could, which was when the first Atreus part happened. That's basically the earliest that you could buy it, as long as you saved up enough Atreus XP. And you're gonna see me using that ability a lot in this. So for these enemies with the wisps, you just have to destroy the pillar and it'll actually kill them all. So you're gonna see me use that to my advantage later on in the video, and you're also gonna see me do it right here. So you're just gonna see me. If you do use your light runic attack and you shoot all 3 arrows at it, it will actually destroy the entire pillar. So just keep that in mind. And then you're gonna see these two enemies spawning, and these two enemies are pretty easy. Whenever you charge the the normal arrows, you see how it shoots 3 arrows at a time? You want to mainly use that whenever you are closer to them and they're closer to you, and you want to try and hit them in the face, because that does a lot of damage because all 3 of the arrows are hitting. Now, when they're this far away, as you see on my screen, you either want to use the sonic arrows or you want to use the sigil arrows. I personally prefer the sigil arrows, but that's up to preference mostly. And we are going to move on to the next fight now.
What am I gonna say to Odin? Hi. I came to be your apprentice, I guess. But it doesn't mean I like.
Okay, so this is the last of those challenging fights that I was talking about, and basically the rest of the fights aren't too bad. They can be slightly annoying, but they are pretty easy from here on out after this one. So, when fighting these enemies, whenever you do kill one, they are going to explode on the ground, so just beware of that and make sure you stay far, or at least dodge out of the way when you're about to kill them, or when they are being killed. And there is only, I think, only 4 of them. So this one shouldn't be super hard for you, and it wasn't exactly too bad for me. I just go ahead and use my rage here on these last 2 enemies right here, and that will be it for this fight. That one's a very easy and very simple fight. So then they're going to send these, I think it's 3 wisps at you, but it could also be 2. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it was only 2. So yeah, they're going to send those 2 wisps at you. They're pretty easy, and that's it. So let's move on to the next fight.
It never came up in Mimir's story about Hrimthur. The stonemason's son built a flaw into it. He only told Frey about it, and I didn't think to ask. Hold on, how was Frey at the house? Did she move in with us? You know what? Focus, Loki. Father would just burn this away with his blade. But what can I do? Huh. Maybe that sigil magic on my bow can help. What did Rob say? Falco! If I could just get that fire to spread to the bramble. There we go. Wait, that sounds like people.
You need help? You look a little lost.
Oh, I'm just getting my bangs.
Well, there's nothing to see this way except the big wall.
Is there a gate to go through?
Nope. Not unless you're an Aesir god, but I guess you'd know that if you were an Aesir god.
Me? No. I'm from Midgard.
What? No shit. Me too. I'm Skildir.
Lucky. Hang on. Are you all from Midgard?
Yep. The, Allfather saved us from the desolation. Gave us a safe place to settle, but we don't go in there. Can't get into the city unless you know magic. You don't know magic, do you?
A little bit, yeah.
What? No shit. You walk through walls?
Not yet.
Ah.
Couldn't I just climb over it?
That? Without any gear? No. Aren't you afraid of dying?
Well, yeah. I mean, look at that. But Odin awaits.
Wait, you know the Allfather?
I'm sort of his apprentice.
No shit! What is he teaching you?
I'm not sure.
Well, how many other students?
I don't know.
How long you staying? You don't know. Okay.
I'm gonna go climb that wall now.
Well, this I gotta see. You need help?
Appreciate it, but I gotta go alone.
Oh, I wasn't gonna climb with you. I may owe Odin my life, but I don't owe him my death. Not that I think you're gonna fall. Forget I said anything. Was that Hugin? Is Hugin your guide?
Who?
Well, Loki, you seem like a good guy. I really hope I'm not about to watch you die.
Thanks. Me too.
You know not to look down, right?
I like looking down. Shows me how much progress I've made.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. Can I use that? I mean, a little ironic as last words, but...
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing. Hey, you're doing great. You can do it, Loki!
Thanks, Gilder. Hope you're right. Okay, I can do this. This is fine. Just keep climbing. And now where? Hey, Hugin. Don't suppose you'd like to pass the time by telling a story, would ya? Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say.
Okay, so now that we're on to this fight, this is going to be the whites.
Up here?
So, for these enemies, you're going to see me shoot him dead in the face with one arrow. And then, right here, this is where I actually use my light runic attack, which does a crazy amount of damage if you hit them in the head, so really, really try to do that. So you're going to see me first starting by clearing out all of the wisps, and then right here you see me hit him 3 times straight in the head, which does a crazy amount of damage, and that's how I'm able to kill these guys very quickly. And then he's going to summon 3 more of these wisps, which they're very easy to do. Like I said, I like to use the sonic arrows, but you can use the sigil arrows if you... No, these are the sigil arrows. My bad. I like to use the sigil arrows. That's what I usually use. But you can use the sonic arrows if you do want to. And that is it for this fight, so let's move on to the next one.
I wonder why I can't hear your thoughts. Sure seemed like Odin could. That was you in our cabin, right? You and your brother, I guess? Taking that for a yes. Breathe. And... yes! I bet I'm past the worst of it now. Or not.
Okay, so going on to this fight, this is probably a little bit challenging fight, but as long as you do this fight, it's pretty easy. So, you're gonna see these wisps. You want to stun them, and whenever you see the normal enemies trying to run at you, you can actually shoot the wisps to almost instantly kill them. So you're gonna see me do it here to kill this guy, and to kill almost all of them. And then right here, I just run up to this pillar to kill all the wisps, because they will all die. Other than some of the ones up ahead, because there is another pillar up ahead. So I just run up, I go ahead and I take out this guy almost instantly, just like that. And then I go ahead and take out this guy right here. So once you take out that guy, then that's when you go for the pillar. And that is probably the easiest way to do this. This is usually a pretty challenging fight, but if you do it exactly in that way, you will see that it is very, very easy. So I think that is actually the last fight of this video. So yeah. I was just checking to make sure this was the last fight. This actually is the last fight. So it's gonna probably end whenever I grab the red chest, which is up ahead once we go up this little elevator. And yeah, that is going to be the end of this video. So hopefully
Might
this
work.
did help you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Here we go.
Okay, so there actually is one more fight here. I was not thinking
Made
about,
it.
explaining it. It's pretty
Whoa,
easy,
wait.
but I'm just going to do it really quickly. So you just want to shoot them, obviously, with your main arrow, because they're wisps, and then shoot them with your other one. Now, you could also just jump up above like I do here, and just shoot them up here, and they won't even attack you. They pretend like you're not even there. And that is the actual last fight of this video, so we are going to move on to the next part
Hey,
now.
you get to fly. I'm doing what I can.